In the cold, there's always something inside. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today on the Quintessential Queens Podcast. We are an iHeart radio station right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Today, I have a very special person here with me today. This is Miss Jemelah Scott, a very special queen. Why? Because I have known her since high school. We've known each other since we were 15. And what are we now? We like something years old? Yeah.
Somewhere around.
We've known each other for decades. That just lets you know. It's been a long time since we've been in high school, y'all. Yes. So it's been a long time. This is a sisterhood here. Miss Jemelah Scott, say hello to the people.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Glad to be here. I'm so excited.
I am excited, too. Excited to have you sitting in this chair. Jemelah is a good friend of mine. I just explained that. She got her own business, y'all, in the business of drinking.
Yes, getting them good cocktails out there to everybody.
Getting those good cocktails out there to everybody. You are the cocktailist.
Yes.
Tell us about
that's my tag name.
Tell us about the cocktailist bartending service. Tell us about your spirits. That's what we call those things that we put in those glasses. Tell us about the spirits that is your business. But first, tell us why you got into that. What was the reason you decided to make this your business?
I just enjoy, first off, watching people have a good time. Because as you know, I love to have a good get together, some type of gathering for the holidays or just because. And making like a nice cocktail for a person, that just helps liven up the party.
Yes, it does.
And everybody just, has a great time with it. And what made me get into the business, just something simple as my cousin and I, we would go out. Just go how far back this was. Remember the cliques? Just go far back that was.
Now you definitely.
Now I'm really telling our age.
They know how old we are now.
But yeah, so when we would go out, we actually started getting bored with drinking the same stuff all the time. And so we were like, what else can we drink? Is it a different cocktail, something else that we can try? So she went out and bought a cocktail book. And from that point, we just started making different cocktails. And then we would take that cocktail to whatever club or lounge or something we would go to. And they would look at us like we were crazy. Like, huh?
You all were bringing your own drinks?
No, we would ask, like, we would see the cocktail like from the book. And we were like, what, when we go out, let's have the bartender make this. And they would look at us like we were crazy. Like, I've never heard of that cocktail. Okay, well, just give me the apple martini. Just give me that. And so from that point, I just took it a step further and then started coming up with my own cocktails. Because now when you started drinking all the different cocktails, then I started tasting all the different flavors of the apple puckers, the strawberry puckers, watermelon snaps. And while you're tasting all these different flavors, let me see what this would taste like with that. And let's mix this in together with that. And let's put the vodka. No, instead of vodka, let's try tequila. So it just took off from there. And then on my mom's side of the family, we used to have family dinners like once a month. And I became the bartender. And they, you know how to make the drinks. Just go ahead and make the drinks. Okay. And so I started creating my own stuff and making that at the parties. And they preferred that versus the usual cocktails.
The normal stuff that everybody wants.
Right.
Because you got spins on martinis and you got your own little drinks going on there. Jemelah has had innumerous tastings that I have had the pleasure to be a part of. Had the pleasure, and I do mean the pleasure.
A lot of people have.
Because, a nice cocktail, just like she said, a nice cocktail goes a long way. A long way. Hard day work.
Yes.
Parties, gatherings.
Girls' night. Even for the fellas, if they want to, have something, I even, have drinks geared towards the guys, because some of them like the darker liquor. So I have stuff for them. I even have one called Man Cave. So, they can make that, because I had a couple of guys order that drink from me.
Oh, that's good. Because most men like mixed drinks, that's for girls. I want no
Right.
fruity drinks, that's for girls.
And
but
and that's exactly what they think at first. Like, oh, this is fruit. Oh no, that's gonna be too sweet. Taste it. Taste it first. Huh. Yeah, let me get a bottle of that. Yeah, that's what I thought.
so all of this is, creativity. Just like
Mm.
there's creativity with food and people come up with their own dishes. It's the same thing with spirits.
Same thing with
Spirits
cocktails.
are spirits for a reason. They call it that for a reason.
Yes.
It's a reason they call it by that name.
So I make it up as I go, and whatever tastes good, whatever flavor I think is great, I'll put that together, and I will also put it in any glass.
So name some of the places you've done some bartending at. You've been to some really nice spots to have people try out your things.
Oh,
Or your
yeah.
drinks, I should say, not your things.
Yeah, I have recently, because I used to work at 311, the Chicago 311. And then once I retired from them, then I really dove off into my bartending business.
So let's digress a little to the 311. You worked for 311 where people call in to congratulate you on how well the city is doing
Girl,
their
bye.
job.
Girl, bye.
That ain't what 311 for. People ain't calling to say, hey, I'm so happy that y'all fixed my street. I'm so happy that the job y'all doing. That's not what they calling you.
No, it's they are calling and you getting cussed out and called everything up under the sun because that garbage can has been missing for 3 weeks, and where's my garbage can, and beep. No.
So
No.
yeah, but y'all don't have sensors.
No, we don't have sensors. I wish.
We were discussing that on the way
Right,
here.
I wish
We're
they
talking
had
about that on the
sensors,
way here,
but
or we're
no.
talking about censorship, and we got to watch what we say and no cussing. But that wasn't going on with 311.
Every operator, I promise you, because I worked for 311 for 19 years, and working with the public under that umbrella is totally different from any other kind of aspect of working with people. Because everyone think, oh, you're just sitting there just taking phone calls, and that's just it, and taking a few reports. No. Each operator probably takes anywhere from 250 to 300 calls a day.
That's too much talking.
6 days a week.
That's too much
It's
talking.
way too much talking. And don't be short staffed, because now you're forced into overtime. So now that's another 4 extra hours that you have to stay on the phone talking to people. A few calls would be nice, but for the most part, you getting yelled at, literally cursed out, called out your name, and you have to sit there and take it.
Do you really?
And
You have to sit there and take it.
Well, management wants you to sit there and take it.
Okay.
Management wants you to sit there and take it. But you get to a point where it's like, hold on, don't talk to me like that. I'm here to help you. I don't mind helping you. But let's change the tone of this conversation. Because I know I can't say it on air, but it was one caller. He called me the C word.
Not the C word.
Called me the C word. I was like, they still use that? Isn't it a term from like the 70s?
Y'all still calling people that.
It's like, they still use that?
Whatever
And
cuss
he
word
was
works for
so
you.
mad. It was all over a parking ticket, because he received the parking ticket, and I get cursed out over a parking ticket.
I understand that, actually. Them parking tickets are very upsetting.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I had a few myself. But I'm not getting ready to get on the phone and call somebody the C word because I received the parking ticket. You contest the ticket if you don't like it, but don't curse me out.
Customer service always get cussed out. You're getting cussed out because you're the person they're talking to about it. So how did that affect you? How was that day in, day out?
It's very stressful. That job was extremely stressful because you're carrying everybody's issues on you, because you're not just taking reports because of the street light is out or the garbage can is missing or can you connect me over to the revenue department. It's my 5-year-old won't go to school. Can you send the police over here?
Wait a minute.
My 12-year-old won't take their medication and now they're cursing me. I mean, what should I do? Huh? Who's the parent? I'm not the parent in this situation. So you were the parent, you were the mother, the father, the doctor, the lawyer, the nurse.
You're everybody with
You were
this.
everybody. And even you would receive so many wild and crazy calls. Even like around Thanksgiving time, we would receive calls asking us, how do you make the turkey? How long we keep the turkey in the oven? Huh?
Oh, 311.
On 311, another guy, I'll never forget, he called. He said every time he went to the bathroom, it was burning. Okay. And I just don't know what should I do because I had went to the strip club last week. What is a strip club? I said, okay. I said, so let me guess, you slept with one of the strippers at the strip club? Yeah, I did. So now, it's uncomfortable down there when I use the bathroom. You need to go to the doctor.
But why are you calling 311? That's not what 311 is for.
But that's what they use 311 for.
That's a very interesting call, though. That would make it worth working there. Those type of calls would make it
And
worth
then
working
of
there.
course, you would have the more serious calls, because we would get calls where a woman is experiencing, domestic violence in a home, and she's trying to escape, trying to get away from the husband. You would get those type of calls too, and you have to hurry up and send it over to 911.
So you
Yeah.
got a gamut of calls
Oh yeah, we had
working
every
there.
call.
Very stressful, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Did any of that have anything to do with the transition you made to start your business, the cocktail as bartending service?
It had everything to do with it because after 19 years, okay, I'm tired and it's stressful, and it's it got to the point where it's just making me sad, to
Yes,
get up and
okay.
go to work, and now I have to deal with this and then come home and try to live my own life and be happy in my life. It wasn't working anymore. So when I got the opportunity to leave, I left. I was like, you know what? I can now do what I want to do. I can now do my passion, do what I love, do it full time. So before I left, I went and went to bartending school just so I can go ahead and get the license. Even though I had been bartending part time the whole time I was working at 311, because I would always do private functions for people, birthday parties, anniversary parties, bridal showers. I did all of it. So I was like, but now if I want to go into actual business, like for myself or work someplace, I need to have this license. And it was only for 2 weeks. Quickest 2 weeks ever.
So you didn't just start mixing drinks. You went and learned about your craft, received the license to practice your craft.
Yes, I did.
Okay, then that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm
Yes, I
talking
did.
about. And why though? Why bartending? Why not? Why didn't you choose to do something different? Why did you choose bartending?
Because it's very creative. You have room for me to be creative, and I love to create things. And when you're creating something like that, like I say, I just like the joy that I see on people when they have a great cocktail, or when they are, at the birthday party and they want to have a good time. And now you have someone to, bartend and make the cocktail, and they come back, oh, this is so good. Oh, can I get another one? And they face light up like it's Christmas. And I just love to see that. And people, you also get to laugh and talk with people too. And I like the interaction of meeting new people, laughing and talking with them under all type of social, events. It's just really nice to do. Even the corporate events, because I've done those too. And the corporate events are really nice to see people kick back after work. After a long day, they like, oh yes, oh, this is what I've been
Keep them
waiting for
coming.
all
Keep them
day.
coming.
Oh, you the best person here. I walk in the room, they're like, oh, the most important person in the room. They are here.
We've
They
been
have
waiting
arrived.
on you. We've been looking for you.
We've been looking for you.
And let us just disclaimer: we find nothing wrong with responsible adult beverage drinking. We've nothing wrong with it. You got to be responsible with your alcohol. You got to be responsible, with your behavior when you're drinking alcohol. Another piece that you told me about, that you cut people off.
I sure do.
At private events.
I sure do.
Private events.
I sure do.
How do you do that, and why do you do that?
Because again, you have, even though, I want you to have a good time and I see you enjoying yourself, but I still want to be responsible. And I don't want you to go out here and hurt someone because I've overserved you.
Now, what do you look for when you've decided, I think you've had enough?
First, I look at how many times you've come to the bar. That's first and foremost. If this is your fifth time to the bar, yeah, it's time.
Fifth time.
It's time. Fourth time, I'm already looking at you sideways.
What this 5 drinks? What's 5 drinks? Wouldn't it depend what they were drinking, or are you just paying attention anyway?
I'm just paying attention anyway, because I know everyone's alcohol tolerance is different.
Right.
Some have lower, some have higher. Even like for me as a woman, I can admit my alcohol tolerance is high. Well, it was back in the day. Slow
Right,
down.
right.
But back in the day, it was a high tolerance. But looking at me, you wouldn't tell, because you would think, oh, 2 drinks, it's over with.
That's this one over here.
I'm just getting started. Like, wait a minute,
That's
what are you
me.
talking about? I'm just getting started.
2 drink maximum.
Yeah,
with me.
now it's 2 drinks.
Now
but
it's
back
2
then
drinks.
it was I'm just getting started.
Back then, I could throw them back. One end of the bar, the end of the bar.
Have some
just throw 'em
shots
back.
along with it, all that.
And
So-
just fine. I'm just fine.
just
So
fine.
you think, right? You think you're just fine. But I was just fine. Now, 2 drink maximum,
and I'm done.
if that many.
I'm done. So I pay attention to how often people come to me to get a drink. Then I start paying attention to your speech. Are you slurring? Are you looking a little disheveled now at this point, because this is like your 4th or 5th old fashioned? Okay. So I have people come and they want another one. I'm like, no. I said, how about you get this bottle of water first?
Uh-oh.
I said, drink this bottle of water, and then we'll see where you at.
Now,
that
how do you
point.
do that when people are paying? Because you're talking about private parties where they are paying you to bartend and you're cutting off their guests. How does that go over?
I'll let the person know in the beginning, before they even hire me, before they even take a payment. I let them know I will cut your guest off if I see they are overindulging. And I have no problem. They have no problem with it. And they were like, oh, thank you so much, because we do need some. See, that's why I want a bartender. So someone can monitor that and keep an eye on that. Because a lot of people, when they have those big functions at their house or even at a rental space, and they have liquor, people will just take the bottle and just keep going. Especially if it's a really good brand.
The long
popular
pour.
brand,
That's what I call it. I want the
they
long pour.
Yes, they will just keep pouring and pouring and pouring. But if you have someone there to control it and monitor it, then it's okay. So I haven't had a problem with any of my clients with me cutting people off. One client even told me, cut this person off. I'm gonna point them out to you and you cut them off. Okay.
Now, that's
them.
funny to me. That's funny to me.
I do. I have one.
Uncle Joey over there, he always get a little bit too drunk. Stop serving him.
Yes.
No,
yes.
they don't.
I have a client like that. And I bartended for her a couple of times, and she will point people out. She said, okay, this one over here, that one gets a little too friendly with the liquor. This one cannot handle liquor at all. So maybe just 1 drink for them or 2. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, get them placebo drink. Yeah.
Fill it up with more juice.
Whatever you think is in there is in there.
Yeah. So no, I haven't had a problem with any of my clients with doing that, because again, I don't want you to leave the event and something terrible happens.
I'm glad you are on the path of taking some responsibility and accountability for the service. And I know the city has, they have some kind of law for bars and places of business where, that if they didn't cut people off and they saw that they had been drinking too much, that they kind of hold them responsible if they do get in an accident, or if there is, like you said, go out and get harmed or you harm someone else. I'm glad you have the mindset to even be thinking about it, because a lot of times it would be, look, I'm paid to serve you the drinks, I'm making money. Why should I even be thinking about that? Why should I even think about cutting you off? It's a party. That's what we're supposed to do at parties, right?
Sit here and just, get turned up and let's just do it. No. You can get turned up when you get home. You can turn up all you want once you get home, but you're not turning up on my dime.
Once you get there. So you're the cocktailist. You have, how many drinks would you say that you've created? How many spirits have you created? I know it's many because I've had the pleasure of tasting them, like I said, but how many?
Oh, I would say well over 100.
Wow.
Well over 100. And I say that because just um, from the past, from the beginning of bartending, which I started like in my mid 20s up to now, yeah, well over 100. Because I also created a book that I sold on Amazon, and I'm in the process of. Well, I finished up my second one, so I'm in the process now of getting that one published and putting that together.
What was the name of the first book, the finished book on Amazon?
It's called Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. And then you
Yeah.
say you have the second book coming.
Yeah, I have the second book coming. It should be out in October. I haven't named it yet, but it is geared towards all of the holidays. So each holiday has 5 different drinks, plus a shot drink, and also a healthy drink. So, because everyone now is watching the calories, watching the sugar.
Sure.
So I've created some seltzer type drinks for people. So it's low on sugar, low on calories. So you have a variety of what you can drink. And like I said, how many holidays is it?
A lot.
A lot. And so each holiday, like I said, 5, like a total
It's like
of
1 or
7.
2 holidays every month. Somebody pointed that out to me. It was someone that's from another country. He's like, you Americans have a holiday every month. No,
Yes.
actually, we got like 2 or 3 holidays
Yes,
every month,
exactly.
including birthdays. Don't forget about those days.
Exactly. So pretty much each holiday, might as well say each holiday has 7 drinks.
See, that's
So.
good. That's
Mhm.
variety,
Mhm.
and it's like you said, it's being creative with what we're having. Just like we're
Mhm.
creative with the dishes that we eat, why not be more creative with what we
Yeah,
drink? That's
exactly.
even better. So if people want to hire you, because you've been in quite a few places, you've served at the baseball parks,
Mhm.
you've served at some of the theaters here in Chicago, you've served at some of these charity corporate events. How can the public get in touch with you if they want to hire you to serve their friends, their family, their people?
Actually, you can go to my Instagram page and my TikTok page, and I'm under the Cocktail is 72. And I'm also connected with the site Thumbtack, and you can find my service there too, called the Cocktailless Bartending Service.
Well, there you all go. So you have yourself a good bartender here, and they have another name for it. I just can't think of it.
Mixologist.
Mixologist. There we go. There we go. We want to start using those terms that everybody come up
Yes.
with for everything. Everything got a new name like every other year. Mixologist.
Mhm.
You want this young lady right here because you won't be disappointed. Your guests won't be disappointed, and you will have that happy hour or happy hours.
Yes.
So when holidays are coming up, I'm looking forward to the next spirit you create, Miss Jemelah Scott.
Yes, ma'am.
So we've talked about your passion for seeing people happy and being creative. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions that I've had on this show, and people have they've had comments on Facebook. We've had people call in. And I've known Jemelah a long time, as I'm going to say it again. We've known each other since high school.
Yes.
Carl Schurz, high school, Bulldogs.
Bulldogs for life.
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs for life, baby.
Lavana's been on this show too. Lavana was
Yes,
here
I saw
talking
that was a
about
good
her
interview.
business
Mhm.
and education,
Mhm.
which is wonderful, always wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Mhm.
So a couple of weeks ago, Oprah was talking to Melinda Gates, and Gail was there. And she said, you cannot be friends with anyone who has the least bit of jealousy for you. Now, I had some people saying, not really, that you could look past it.
Mhm.
But I'm not on that page. I'm on the page that I don't think so. What about you? Do you think you can be friends with someone with the smallest bit, just the tiniest bit of jealousy for you and your accomplishments and what you
No.
have even?
No,
Why not?
I don't think so.
How come?
Because a true friend is not jealous. A true friend is happy for you. A true friend is supportive. But jealousy, no. If there's just a hint of jealousy, that means that person, first off, has something going on with them. They have some type of
Absolutely.
insecurity with them, and they're projecting that off on you.
Absolutely. That's
What
what
is
I said. I
right? So what
said
does that
that.
have to do with you? That's your problem. That's your issue. So you're not going to make your issue my issue.
Hmm.
So, so you're not getting ready to put that on me.
They're not gonna
Because
make it your
eventually
issue.
the person's then going to start trying to have some type of argument with you, picking at you. Oh, you did this or you said that to me, trying to tear you down, make you feel bad and second guess yourself. No, we're not doing that.
Well, something someone brought up to me, the difference between actually it was a male competition and jealousy. When I asked some men this question,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really say anything wrong with it because they're not looking at it like it's jealousy. It's like competition that, males are competitive. People are competitive.
Right.
So is there a difference between competition and jealousy?
To me, it all falls in the same umbrella for me. Because again, if you're friends, why are you competing? And what are you competing for? You know what I'm saying? If here it is, you and I, we the best of friends. We're cool. We seen each other through a lot of stuff. Why would I then compete with you? And what am I competing for? I have my own life. You have your life. So if we're, like I said, if we're best of friends, what's the competition? Why is there a competition? Yes, everybody competes, but you shouldn't be competing with your friends.
I think there's healthy competition. Healthy competition keeps you on your toes. Healthy competition keeps you, running to get the next best thing for yourself, for your business, for whatever skill it is. And healthy competition among friends, we helping each other. It's not that I'm doing it and hiding it from you. And then again, I have to say this was a man I was talking to, which is why I enjoy talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
A group of males that I was talking to, they didn't feel the way females felt about it. They didn't feel like that.
Well, I can see that because men do operate different from women.
And we love it, guys. Don't
Yeah,
think we're saying anything bad
they
about it. I love our
operate
differences.
different. Their friendships are different.
Their
They
friendships are
can
different.
fall out about something, argue about something, and be back to best of friends the next day. Women can't do that. I'm sorry, but women cannot do that.
Now you just struck down everything we about up in here.
We argue, and that's it, because women will argue to the death, and it's over with, because the arguments are different, because it is that jealousy a lot of times with women, unfortunately. You're competing because you're competing with how she dressed. You're competing with her shape. You're competing with the relationship that she has. You're competing with the type of job she has, the car she's driving. You're competing.
That sounds like jealous competition.
You're jealous of that. And so because you're jealous of that, you downplay what that woman has.
Yes,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the
You
good point right
downplaying
there.
it. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that looks nice.
That little car of yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
we did
that's
say that
cute.
too. We did say that. We said that they're kind of they make what you've done minute and don't give you the credit for your accomplishment.
Right. To me, your friend should be inspiring you. If you see your friends doing something that's great, then that should be an inspiration for you to do whatever it is that you might want to do, or whatever interest that you have in life. Not a let me compete with her and let me try to be better than her and let me make more money than her. No, that's not what that's for.
Not in that aspect,
Yeah, not in that
because
aspect.
I know a lot of business women that, they've been in business a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how they started and where they've come. And I don't feel jealous. I'm like, let me learn from this lady.
Exactly.
Let me get real close to this woman. Tell me how you did this.
And share the information.
That's it right there too. Share the information.
Share the information.
Share the information. Let us learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, I don't like her. She's just doing way too much.
Way too much.
She accomplishing way too much.
Right. You frowning up at her accomplishments, and it's like, I really don't want to hear about that. And you end up pushing yourself away from a person who you can benefit from.
Who you can benefit from. Who you can learn from.
You can learn. You can grow, and like, oh, okay, well, man, I want to start my own business too. So how did you do that? How did you get started with your business? Instead of doing that, you want to downplay her and look at her like she's crazy, and like you say, and start competing, and you have that jealousy.
Jealous competition. I do believe in healthy competition because it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's fun when when you up against somebody and you coming out on top, or it's fun when they coming out on top and you're like, oh, I gotta step up my game so that I can, we can be in this
We
race
can be in this
together.
race together.
But
Yeah.
it can't be jealous. You can't have
No.
jealousy for somebody like that. This has to be somebody that's happy to pull you with them.
Exactly. That's the part right there. Pull you with them.
And then you said women, like women. You said women can't do that, men can. I don't know. I should have had a man on the show to tell me, is that factual? Is it really that different for men? I don't know. Any male in this room want to join in on that?
Yeah, because like I said, you see a lot of competition with men and women. It's just that men, in my opinion, they handle it better.
Okay.
They still know how to be friends within the competition. They still know how to be friends, even if there's a little jealousy amongst them. They still know how to maintain that friendship. Whereas women, it's more difficult because with that jealousy, there's an insecurity within her that she hasn't figured out how to handle it and what to do with it, and therefore projects it onto the next woman or into her friendship, and that messes up the friendship.
I will tell you, the people that told me that you could be friends, they were males, at least the majority of them. Those men told me that that little bit of jealousy didn't mean anything because it's competition they can live with, competition that they live for. So it's something to what you're saying, and it always is something to how females deal with life and issues of life versus how males deal with life and issues of life. And I think they're good things. I think our differences, I appreciate our differences. I appreciate it a lot. That we are the yin and yang for each other.
Oh, definitely.
So we can't, it shouldn't be the same. We shouldn't be handling things the same way. It's a reason you're a man, I'm a woman. It's a reason for that. There are things that we do within, our roles, the way we feel our roles should be. I don't want no bunch of calls about what a woman role is and why am I talking about that. What I feel our roles are versus, what men are. Like, I don't carry heavy bags. That's his role. That's
exactly.
His role.
Exactly.
I ain't moving no furniture. That's his role. I ain't mowing no lawns.
Right.
That's his role. Right. He can do that.
He's not coming in here cooking Thanksgiving dinner. That's my role.
And you take it gladly.
I take it gladly.
I take it gladly. Now, some
That's
men cook. Some men are really good chefs, but right.
Oh
right.
yeah, they are. Some men cook better than women.
Yeah. We got to give y'all that credit.
Yes,
we got to give y'all that credit.
Get in and burn. They get in and burn.
Get in there and put your foot in it, as they say.
Yes, because I'm married. Been married for about 12 years now. My husband cooks breakfast. I don't do breakfast. I cannot do breakfast.
That's the easiest meal of the day.
That's what they say. But me and bacon don't get along. Me and sausages don't get along.
Breakfast. You cook breakfast. That's the easiest thing to cook.
Give me dinner all day long.
So you good with that part?
I'm good with dinner.
But you and your husband have worked that out, right? Look, this your role, this my role.
Yes, we balance that out. I told him, say, hey, coming in now, I don't do breakfast. Don't start tripping when all of a sudden you don't see the eggs on the table.
Don't be expecting me to come in here cooking this stuff just because we got married.
Now, dinner, I got you. I will give you that dressing, greens, jam. You got all that.
I dated someone that cooked. He did a lot of cooking for me. So I was like, oh, this is perfect here. He doing the cooking. Until we started dating more. And he was like, well, I'm going to come over today. What you cooking? What I'm cooking?
Yes,
you the cook. I'm not the cook. You the cook. This is part of the reason I like you, because you do the cooking.
Did you all have that conversation though?
No, I just went and found something to cook. I just went, found what you want to eat, just went and found something to cook.
There you go.
And every time that rolled around like that, or what you cooking? Okay, all right, I guess I'm cooking today. Let me go find what we gonna eat today.
Let me bust out this meal.
Let me go to the store and buy what I need to buy. But yeah, that I would rather he did the cooking. I would prefer that. Not that I can't cook, but I
Mhm.
would really
You really
prefer
prefer that
that
part?
when
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking about the traits you want, I
Mhm.
would like him to be a chef and throw down in the kitchen.
Okay.
Throw down in the kitchen, and I'll clean up
You clean
afterwards.
up after.
That's part
You
I'll
cook,
do.
I clean.
You cook, I'll do the cleaning. Except this guy, he didn't want nobody in the kitchen when he was in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Come when he was completely done. Don't be
Mhm.
coming in here cleaning up nothing, touching nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't have to come in here at all, really. I'm
So
fine with
I
it.
can stay out here
I
and
could
wait for the
just
plate.
hang out in one of these other rooms,
I hear you.
which is perfectly okay. And since we're talking about that, the men and women in relationships, let me ask you, what do you think is missing in the relationships between black men and black women? And then we can expand it, but
Mhm.
we are black women who we date black men, right?
Right.
Tell me what's missing. Well, you don't date no more. Let me correct that.
Now, so
You're
I'm
married to a
married.
black
I'm
man.
married now.
Right.
Married woman. Oh, I just like looking at some of my single friends, and even when I was single for a little while, uh, to me it was like the passion was missing.
What do you mean when
You
you say
know,
that?
the romance is missing. No one is romantic now. Everything is a speed date, and it's also too. It's the you can't take me to Starbucks for a first date thing. You can't take me to Cheesecake Factory. We're like, what is that? Like, really? I'm like, but that's how you get to know a person. And it's like people don't want to take the time to really get to know the person and just be romantic with that person.
What
Instead,
what
you
does that
rather
look like to you though when you say romance? What does that look like? What is that? Is that having a path of flower petals for you when you come home from the porch to the bedroom or the porch to the kitchen? What does that look like to you,
all of the
romance?
above. You can give me the you can put the pedals down there, or just come home and a meal is already cooked.
Yeah, I really love
You
that right
know,
there. That right there.
and we have us a really nice movie night at home where we have the popcorn and the snacks and all that stuff already set up. Or just sitting out in the backyard with the candles going and just sit and just laugh and talk with each other with the music playing in the background.
So
Send
that's
each other.
missing.
Yeah, that's missing. Send each other nice romantic text messages, or just call and say, "Hey, babe, how you doing?" Oh, that's it. That's all I want to do. I just want to hear your voice. Just okay.
Oh,
Go
now
ahead.
that's just
That just
too
made my day.
sweet. That's too
Stuff
sweet.
like that. Instead of you sending me, or a man, sending a woman his penis pic. Like that's not romantic.
Well, some people might want that, first of all.
Okay, but probably as you go into the relationship, you know what I'm saying? As the relationship evolves, then you can send each other that type of stuff. But in the beginning, it's like, dang, you sending me that already?
Already?
Already. You're
So,
sending
okay,
that type of
so
stuff out already. So that's what I say, like,
so then
where's
when
the
should they? When
romance?
should you start sending these nude pics?
Well off into the relationship, but not in the beginning where I just got your name. That's a lot that I've seen with some women, some of my
Yeah,
friends
that's
that
a
are
real turn
single.
off to me too. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
some
all
of my
right.
friends that are still single, that's what they get. Like, really?
Like from jump.
From a jump.
I'm with you. If you're gonna send me a picture, please be fully clothed.
Thank you.
Be full. I don't want no chest pictures. I don't want no below the waist pictures.
No,
Don't do
and
that. I just met you. I'm gonna think you're strange. I'm gonna
right.
think
And
you're weird. I'm gonna think you're a freak.
the first date needs to
Not in a good
actually
way.
be a date where you're going out somewhere and not coming to my house watching Netflix.
I
That's
don't.
not
First
a
of all,
first
I
date.
don't want to be going to people's houses. I watch Criminal Minds. That's criminal. That's you scaring me. I got to get to know you first. So.
Right. That's not a first date. So, like, me and my husband, we first started out, it was dating. We went out on dates.
I think it's a different definition now what people consider dating. Like you just said, if don't take me to Starbucks, don't take me to some other restaurant. Are people asking for too much a first date, or is that a standard? I think people getting standards and asking too much mixed up, or is it a thin line between the two of them?
No, I think they're asking for too much coming out. If
What's
I
too
hear it as
much?
if here it is, you just met this man or you just met this woman and they want the first date to be at Gibson's and we just met
I don't see nothing wrong with
and
that.
or what's another high uh
We said, what?
or Maple and Ash, you want the guy to take you there and he just met you. No. You
I
coming you
honestly don't see
coming
anything wrong with it.
you coming in asking somebody you just met to spend
Like $100 a plate.
oh, it's over $100 for this dinner.
Just for you.
And
Just for
I
the
just
one
met you,
person.
and I might not even like you.
That's
You-
different.
You know what I'm saying? But
different.
that's just it. You may not even like that person.
Well, let me tell you this.
So it's like take your time to get to know the person before you start rushing off.
So you
into all
found
of
with a
that.
coffee date, a Starbucks.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Let me get
Nothing.
to know the person.
Just like I don't think it's anything wrong with going to Gibson's or going to any other restaurant that someone might think is high priced. What do you think is too much for a first date? And we talking one plate, not the two together. What's too much to spend?
I don't know about how too much to spend. It's just I don't know. Well, now they're going for these high price places. Then yeah, spending $200 or more, and you just met the person.
It sounds ridiculous,
Yes,
right?
it sounds
But it's
ridiculous,
not.
but it's not ridiculous if here it is. Okay, we have been out dating, and let's say we've been dating for like 2 months or whatever, a month or something, and now we decide, okay, yeah, we want to be together. This is nice. Let's make this a relationship. Okay, now you start venturing off into all these nice grand places. But if here it is, you've only been talking to the person for a week or 2 days, you really expect them to spend $1,000 the first night out?
No, I don't. But some people might. No, I don't
But
expect
that's
that.
but
I
that's
don't
the thing
expect
though.
that.
But that's the thing. A lot of people are looking for that now.
Right in the beginning.
Right in the beginning, right off the bat. I just met you Monday. Now I need to be at Maple and Ash on Friday.
So for me, it's the two things. One, I take myself to any place that I want you to take me. Any place that I'm asking you to take me, I've eaten there before. I've paid for myself before. I've been there before. Or the other part, maybe I'm going to ask you to take me someplace I'd like to go and I haven't been. But then if it's too expensive, somebody need to open their mouth and say something. Somebody need to say something.
True.
Because I'm also not opposed to going to Starbucks, having a coffee date. I'm not opposed to that. But I'm not opposed to going to some of these other higher priced restaurants. I'm not opposed to it. If you ask me where I want to go, I'm not looking at it like, well, let me see the most expensive place that's open.
But see, that's just
that.
it
I don't
though.
do
But
that.
that's just it. A lot of them are doing it. They look up the most expensive place for this person to take them. And to me, that's not fair.
Okay.
That's not fair. When you purposely, okay, well, yeah, he said you're gonna take me. Oh yeah, you can spend this money. No, that's not fair.
I'm gonna order 2 lobsters.
Right. That is not fair. Don't do that.
And I want to take some food home for my kid.
Because exactly. I want to eat for a whole week off this meal. No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's funny.
Don't do that.
I need to order some stuff to take home.
Be fair about it. And to me, it's like that is now missing once again. Where's the romance? Where is that passion?
There.
Because you taking it all up right from the top, and you're not growing into it. Sometimes you need to grow into that. And
so how long am I supposed to let them take me to McDonald's? How long is that?
Well, wait now. We didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing about McDonald's.
What's the difference?
We didn't say nothing about McDonald's, unless you want the fries. We didn't say nothing about that.
How long that's supposed to go on? How long?
That is determined by the couple. Okay, you all determine that part because again, it's in the getting to know each other stages. So whatever that looks like for the couple. So if it looks like, okay, it's a month, all right, cool. Or if it's 2 weeks, okay, cool. Or if it's 3 months, fine. that that's to me, that's based on the couple and how you all want to handle that part.
I think all of it is based on the couple, but I can't
Mhm.
tell you how many times I've been sitting at a table
Mhm.
and this topic comes up
Mhm.
and people feel like women are asking for too much. That's what the majority say, that women are asking for too much, that women are wanting to go to this $200-300 a plate restaurant for their first date. First of all, if a $200-300 a plate restaurant is too much, it ain't gonna matter how long we been together. Unless you've been together like 10 years. It don't matter if it's the first date or the 50th date. $200 or $300 a plate is out of my budget.
So that's out your budget.
Somebody needs to say something.
I don't even think it's really it being about out of their budget. It's just that's the first place you want to, right out the bat. That's where you want to go, and we just met.
Well,
Instead of
some of it
you,
is impression too, right? Sometimes you want to impress a person. If it's the guy or if it's the girl paying for the date. Me, I'm old fashioned. He should be paying for it. And don't do no surprise Dutch on me, because I'll surprise got to go to the bathroom and be going out the back door. Oh, pardon me, I had to use the bathroom. Why are you taking your purse? Don't worry about all that.
girl, shut up.
Don't do that.
Say don't do that.
Don't Dutch me. You're supposed to talk about that. And you might have to pay for your own plate. Cool. But don't surprise me at the table.
Well, now here's a question for you. Now because I have heard this question too when it comes to the first date. If here it is you're asking him out to go somewhere and it's the first date, should you pay?
Sure. I think
should he
whoever
pay?
asks should pay. That's what I believe. Whoever, if I ask you out, if I ask you out as a friend, I'm gonna pay. If I ask a guy out, which I don't do that, first of all, I'm just saying.
But I have heard that question.
I would pay. Yeah, if I'm asking you out, I should pay. I should pay.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. I am also very old fashioned, that I think the man's supposed to take that charge. He's supposed to say, can I take you here and pay for it. Now, maybe if you're a lucky man, the girl, the young woman you're taking with you will pick up the bill. Because I've done that. I've picked up the bill. And I've taken guys. I have taken men out, but those were, we were dating. We were dating. Exactly. It wasn't the first date. We were dating, and I have taken them out. But yeah, if you ask, you should pay. You should pay. But I will tell you this. I was taking a guy out for his birthday. He picked up the bill.
Really?
He picked up the bill. Even though it was his birthday.
It was his birthday.
And I was taking him out. He paid the check. See, I like that stuff like that. I like that.
Such a gentleman.
I was like, I like that. Thanks. That's a plus for you. You got points for that one. You got that gold star for that. But yeah, I do. If you ask, you should pay. If you want to go Dutch, you better talk about it before we get to the table. Don't get to the table talking about, oh, you know what? I only had this $10 sandwich and you had the rest of this $90 bill. They have something like that on one of these social media where the man didn't order a lot and the lady ordered like $70 worth of food, and he decided she should pay for her own food. Oh, you know what? I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll see you and I'll be right back. Don't do that. That's not right. That's not right at all. I don't think that's right. But it's also, be considerate. But I think personally, first dates tell you a lot about people. So if you do ask somebody out and you notice they ordering 3 and 4 lobsters because they want lunch for the rest of the week, that lets you know there's somebody you don't want to deal with.
Exactly.
I don't want to deal with you. I'm not going to deal with you at all.
That lets you know from the beginning, they just want the money. They just want to be in your pocket. That's it. That's all.
Whatever your mindset is, I want no parts of it. Whatever it is. Or if I'm out and we get to the table and you're like, okay, D, you got to pay this part of the bill. If we didn't discuss it earlier, which I'll pay my part of the bill. My daddy taught me, keep money in your pocket. One for the stick-up man.
Not for the stick-up man.
For the stick-up man. He said, keep some money in your pocket for the stick-up man, so you got some money to give him. But so that you're not in that situation that where you can't get home if you need to. Or if he decided he don't want to pay. But I will not be gracing you with my presence again. Nope. Because that's
a deal breaker.
That's just dirty to me. All of that is dirty. Ordering a whole bunch of food is dirty when you're not paying. And springing a Dutch on me is dirty. I think that's dirty.
I haven't experienced that.
I haven't either, but I know people who have. I know people who have. And they were like, What should I do? I know what I would do. We wouldn't be going out again because that
Yeah.
could be talked about. Dutch is fine if we talk about it. You want me to pay for myself?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, I've never experienced that, and because with my husband, I can barely pay for anything for him because that's just the type of man he is.
He
He's like,
won't
no,
let you pay?
He's
Good.
like, I got it. I take care of. I'm the man. But sometimes I will tell him, hey, I'm gonna take you out today. Okay, I'm taking you out for dinner. What you doing tonight? I know. Okay, I'm taking you out. I have to like really push that and stress like I'm taking you out. Even before we actually got into a relationship and we went out to the show like for the first time just to go out. And we in line. I'm getting my money, ready to pay for my ticket, and he looked at me like nudged me out the way and paid for our ticket. I'm like, what are you
Like,
doing?
what you going in your pocket for?
Right. And so he was like, you go out with me, don't you ever go in your pocket
Very
and get
good.
out
See what I'm
anything.
talking
I got
about?
that. I said, oh,
See, that's me. I like
okay.
that. I like
All right.
that. Not that I'm opposed to paying, long as we discuss it. I
Mhm.
like that. I like that. I'm
And like I said, we
old-fashioned in
weren't
that
even
manner.
together. We were just friends, just hanging out, going to the show. And he told me that then. I was like, oh, okay.
That also gives way
Okay.
to why people are eating at home. Like,
Mhm.
I do like if you cook for me,
Mhm.
but I don't trust people like that. Well, men.
I was like, huh?
Like a first date, you try to get me in your house.
Oh, well, yeah. See, no. First
No.
date, no, that's what I say. First date need to be just that. You're going out somewhere. Of course, nice, and you can enjoy yourself, good food. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be the high profile restaurant right off the
It
top.
doesn't
I'm not
have to be
saying
an
don't ever
expensive
go,
place.
but right off the top, that's where you're going. To me, that's a red flag. That's they just here for the money.
So then what positive message would you give people out there dating? Because you're married and you've been married for how many years you said?
12
12.
years.
And you all
Yes.
dated a while before that.
Mhm.
And by the way, her husband went to high school with us too. So,
So
I
we
know
all
him
went to
too.
school together.
What message would you like to tell our people out there about it?
I would say first and foremost, build a friendship with the person that you are trying to be with. Build that friendship because the friendship helps give you open communication because communication is key. However, whatever way you want to communicate, or as they say, your love language and all of that, but make sure you have that foundation of friendship first because that friendship will take you a very long way and it will get you through a whole lot of situations within the relationship itself or the things that life will throw at you in that relationship because that's something too that a lot of people forget about
Yeah, I
that
think so too.
life
I think
plays a
so.
role in your relationship as well. You and your mate can be fine, but life comes in and starts throwing in their little tricks.
And how do you deal with it together?
Right. But if you have that foundation of friendship where you can laugh and talk and be open with that person, because that's what friendship do, it makes you be open and vulnerable to that person, then you have a excellent chance of getting through and navigating within your relationship, the ups, the downs, the good, the ugly, all of it. But have that friendship first where you all can sit there, laugh and talk, be stupid, be silly, just do whatever. And because you'll always come back to that. Even if you get to a point where you may not like each other, you get on each other's nerves. Oh, but dang, that's my friend. Oh, that's my boy. Man, that's my girl. Ooh, she my girl. You will come back to that and that'll make you laugh. That'll make you smile. That will remind you of the love you have for that person
And
as
why you're
well.
together anyway.
Right, and
So
why you're together.
I think that's a great message. I have
Mhm.
nothing else to say. I think that's the perfect message. Tell them where they can find the cocktailist again.
You can find the Cocktailist on Instagram and TikTok at the Cocktailist 72 and also on Thumbtack, the Cocktailist bartending service.
And you can find me on Speaking with D, Facebook and Instagram. And I just started a TikTok page.
Yes, I did too.
I've
My
got
goodness.
current. I want to thank you all for watching us and listening to us, giving me your comments. Thank you for tuning in to the Quintessential Queens podcast. We are right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Please subscribe to this channel. We have plenty of stuff for you here. And I want to send a special shout out to Earl Winfrey, our producer. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Earl!
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Woo!
Thank you all for watching.
One time for the babies on the south side.